you voted and you worked for Peter Obi, and you are one of those who won against Bola Tinubu. But now you're one of those who are saying, oh yeah, you got what you deserve. Those who voted. But either you voted or you did not vote. We have a president, isn't it?
No,
but
we don't.
We do have a president.
No, you have a president. I don't have a president.
What do you mean? You are a citizen of Nigeria and you reside here.
I'm a citizen of Nigeria. I reside here. But we have an illegitimate president, someone who rigged his way into office. It's like if there's a military coup, are you going to sit down and accept that, oh, you have a president because someone, there was a military coup?
But this
is a political coup.
You cannot say that because you do not have evidence.
YESUFU can and have said that Nigeria does not have a president. What we have is someone who rigged his way into office, who is illegitimately occupying
the court does not agree with your position.
The court that has been captured can do whatever it wants to do, and that's why there's no respect for it. And that's why you have governors, coming out to thank a Tinubu when the judgment goes their way. So the fact that we have a captured judiciary and whatever, AISHA YESUFU, and I say it without mincing words, I don't put water for my mouth. There's no precedent in Nigeria.
There's a precedent for Bola Tinubu, factually.
The former governor of Lagos State, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, yes, is illegitimately occupying an office he shouldn't. And I've said it. You have your opinion, should I have my own? So why does he have to?
No, there is a fact. There's a fact. There's an opinion.
No, then go ahead with your own fact. This is mine. This is my reality, and I'm telling you, Nigeria doesn't have.
Why is it difficult for you to accept that?
Why should I accept
in the next 4 years?
Hold on, Shehu. Someone comes to my house, steals my car, take it away, repaints it, and you're telling me that I have to accept it because it's been repainted and you cannot prove it. For it.
You cannot prove that.
The proven or not the proven, that's not the point. This is what I'm saying to you, Shehu. This is Aisha telling you that Nigeria does not have a president. If you, Shehu, believes that Nigeria has a president, go ahead. Who is stopping you?
In this situation that you are in now, and I see the effort that you have made, you're one of those who went to Edo State. You campaigned for Olumide Akpata, and there are those who have in fact mocked you and said, let Aisha go to her village and ward and polling unit and let us see how she can test whether or not she's got the popularity. There are those who will say Aisha lost her polling unit, Aisha lost her ward, Aisha lost her local government. So this is all she's not on the ground, and that's what politics is all about.
Well, the first thing I'm going to say to them is how much are they buying dollars? How much are they buying the fuel? You just realize the prices of fuel are everywhere. And it's very comical when people think that politics is about testing popularity. It's not about testing popularity. It's about the lives of the people that are going to be governed. By the way, if you come back down to it, is the fact that I live in Abuja and I vote in Abuja. And I was very surprised. And I can tell you that there is nothing that APC supporters or PDP supporters cannot do, which is they manufactured a polling unit that I am from, what's this place again? Okbila. Well, I take it that if they feel that that's my polling unit, and I think they said 4 in my polling unit. But one of the things they don't realize is the fact that in 2019, I'm a person of conviction. I'm not interested in who wins or who doesn't win. I'm going to go with the candidate that I feel is the best. In 2019, I was the only person who voted for my candidate, Dr. Obi Ezekwesili, in my polling unit. And I stayed to 2 a.m. to defend that unit. And the following morning, I think around 10, or is it 10 or 12, I went down to the collation center to ensure that my vote was counted in. I'm a citizen of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. And when I put my finger up, they no burn INEC for them to change that particular, whatever it is. They no burn any talk or whatever it is to change it. And I've done my bit. And that particular one vote was counted. And I left that place with my head held high. It's not about, my candidate has to win. Or if my candidate doesn't, your own one. No, it's about what is that candidate going to give to Nigeria? And I tell you something. For me, I have said this repeatedly, and I'm going to repeat it here to start that. The 2023 election, if it's not about the outcome, it's about the process. If the process was free, fair, and credible, there was nothing to do with IREV and whatever, and the result came out the way the result is today, then everybody has to accept it. Whoever is voted, even Nigeria decide to vote a goat as president, we always call that person the president. But when someone isn't voted for and the people rig their way in there, we must get to a place whereby political coup is taking the same way as military coup. We cannot have people come in, subvert the system. The result must not justify the means. No, it doesn't, because that's what we just had in Edo State.
So if you say the election in 2023 was rigged, so the candidate you worked for, were those votes also rigged in his favor?
No, it wasn't.
So,
and I will tell you how it goes.
So the vote for Peter Obi was legitimate, but the ones in the same breath for the other candidate, Atiku and Tinubu, were rigged. Is that your position?
So let me tell you, there were some rigging. Let me correct that. In Lagos, the margin with which he won was way more than what he was given. In Jos, in Plateau State, the same thing. we have been a lot of those places. And let me tell you, it's not about whether I worked for or I did not work for. There's nothing like work for. I don't work for anyone. I work with people. And by the grace of God, I'm not going to work for anyone. I'll work with you, not for you.
So you didn't work with Peter? I mean,
I worked with him.
You didn't work
for him.
So you didn't get paid for what?
Why should I get paid? Who the heck has the money to pay me?
No, people get paid for working in the president. Even in the US, people
can. You know, I have a big mouth, physically and figuratively, and I love to use my big mouth. And so because of that, I don't collect no dime from nobody. My NGO, I use my money. Every this thing I've been part of, movement or whatever, I spend my own money. I don't touch nobody's money.
Because you know the question. There are issues being raised about the campaign funding.
We'll get to that,
because there are those even pointing accusing finger that some of you have not been transparent enough into the funds that were put into your hands in that campaign.
People have said.
So when you say you did not benefit at all, there are those who will be in the corner and be laughing and say, "Oh, Aisha,
they
please."
can laugh, and you know what? And that's why I have a very huge mouth. And I say to them, "Come out anywhere that Aisha has done anything of wrongdoing, bring it out." More Aisha YESUFU, I will call myself out. You know what they call process? One of the things that Nigerians don't understand is this thing about people standing and following the due process. And that's exactly what I did. Before we get there, let me go back to what I was saying to you, Sheun. On the issue of the fact that there was no transparency. IREF on the day of election, let's not forget February 25th, all of a sudden it didn't work. There were 3 elections on a particular day, and it didn't work for one of them, which was the presidency. Every result would be put in for the same place, the same time, everything for House of Representatives, for Senate, and all of that. And then you came to presidency, it wasn't working. You've seen what Rivers State have continuously said right now, where with the accusations going on, with the fight between Wike and Fubara going on, the people who helped in rigging that election coming out to say, this is what they do. Haven't you seen any of those videos? They've come out to say, this is how they rigged the election. For me, the issue is not whether who becomes the president, right? If Nigerians had actually voted for the former governor of Lagos, Bola Ahmed Tinubu, and he got there, well, you say that's what the people's choice is all about, and that's the beauty of democracy. People do whatever it is that their choice is their choice and their vote to do that. But that wasn't what they did. There was a rigging, and we have a situation here that should worry every one of us. The fact that the burden of proof is not on INEC that is conducting, and you've seen people who have taken us back. Our democracy has gone back to pre-Yaradua days with all the things. Having said that, coming back to the campaign funds.
Just a moment before you go there. Okay. So, are you suggesting that we should amend our laws such that the burden of proof will now be on INEC?
Absolutely. You conduct election. You were given the monies to do it. How come you're not the one? And you said the election you conducted was free, fair, and credible. Why is the burden of proof on the person who is saying that it isn't? You should come and show Nigerians, INEC should come and show Nigerians at every particular time that the money that was invested in them, everything that was given to them, and the constitutional duty, responsibility given to them to conduct a free, fair, and credible election, that they have done it. We have situations right now where even when INEC is called upon to bring materials, they don't bring it and they get away with it. Why are we having all of this? We have situations whereby the courts that has been captured, the judiciary is a joke. Nigerian judiciary is a joke.
Is that fair?
Joke. It's more than fair.
Because there are those
when it comes to corruption,
who are upright in the judiciary,
yes,
and when they hear this, and you having the same brush to brush to paint everyone.
Something that surprises me a lot. Amongst my biggest fans and supporters, they are actually from the security and the judiciary. I'm always shocked because a good number of our judicial officials, they have been captured. They have been oppressed and suppressed. They can't. Only a few corrupt ones are heading everything and standing out there. You need to see what our judges are going to, even those that are at the top echelon of all this of the judiciary. So people are going to. So when we talk about capture, there are a lot of them who can't say because of their job and everything. And when we speak out their minds. I've met them who have said, yes, what you're saying is. So when I say it's corrupt, it's not even about me. What is this? I think Nigerian is the judiciary has been captured as the most corrupt. Is it Transparency? No, Transparency International, whatever it is, within the, when you talk about the bribery index, something. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So Nigerian judiciary is there. So when I don't just speak because I want to talk, I speak on the reality that we have on ground. You see now people are going about, buying judgment. All sorts of judgments are out of there. To the extent recently we saw with the Rivers State local government election, where a court is saying to the police that they should not do the thing that they are constitutionally constituted to do. Don't provide security. In what world is that okay? So, or where they say that INEC should not give register for them to conduct the local government election. We are sitting down here. We are watching our countries being desecrated, and all we are concerned about is what looks nice. Sure, we should go beyond that. In the next 50 years or 100 years, you and I will not be here. And then what do the generation that are going to come after us, how are they going to see what we did with the Nigeria that we have today for them to have a better Nigeria than we did? Those are the questions that should worry us, not optics.
Because our laws and in the common law system, it says that he who alleges must prove. It means that if you say that the election was rigged, you have. So when you are asking that our law now should be tweaked in such a way that the onus of proof should fall on INEC, how realistic do you think that will be?
Very realistic. Because at the end of the day, the whole evidence for election is with INEC. Our laws, yes.
Are you saying it's difficult for one to prove that the election was rigged?
No, hold on. It is, because it depends on whatever the court is going to say. You can bring in the evidence. The court says to you, I'm not going to accept this evidence. Or it depends, even with the evidence that comes before the court decides what is going to accept and what is not going to accept at the end of the day. And sometimes people, hands are tied. Let me give you an example. If you're talking about, we have had countries, even with the US, where they will ask for a recount, a physical recount. First of all, INEC has the resources and everything to have all the result sheets. So if there's a problem that says this particular place, the result sheet is different, or like what we are having now, the registered and the accredited voters, the votes are now more than accredited voters. All you need to do is INEC bring all the materials which you're supposed to have, and let's have a recount. Since we've been doing election, have we had a situation whereby the court said, let's sit down and do a recount? INEC bring this.
Do you think we can digitally conduct our election? Such that the level of interface, human interaction with because that is where corruption usually comes. When you have too much of human interaction with the process.
The thing, even with the digital, if they want to corrupt it, they will corrupt it. One of the things that we must do is not that we keep looking at, another method will be better. The one that we have right now, can we do it and make it work? And I said this to you, and that's why I said the burden of proof should be with INEC. INEC conducts election. INEC has all the result sheets. Right? They have the result sheets with them. And they're not supposed to destroy this result sheet. So if we have a problem with certain areas and say, these places, the results are this, what will it take for the court to say to INEC, bring every of those results? If it's going to take us 1 week to recount every, let's say, a presidential election, let's sit down and physically recount it on live TV. We are